Hi guys, I'm gonna wait and see who all I have joining me. I thought I might have to go into a different room to get it to start. So I want to see if I click on it because I can't see any comments. Okay, I don't want to write a comment, I want to see the comments. If you're on here, hop on and say something so I know that I have somebody on here. That I know I'm actually live. I think I am, but I would like to make sure that I am. What I want to do today is give you guys a tour of my craft room. I've had a lot of people ask, hi Mary. Okay, good. I know that I'm live now. That's good. I've had a lot of people ask for a very long time for an updated craft room tour video. So that's what I'm going to do today. My craft room's finally clean, and I'm going to do a few little like more in-depths of how I do things and stuff like that, because the last one I put on, somebody said they wished I would have went more into detail and where I keep things and organization and storage and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to flip you around. Okay, so this is, I've showed you guys this before. Hi Christina. So this is at the door when you come in my room. We have this is our family room. It's kind of dark in here. We don't keep a lot of lights on, but let me turn the big light on so you guys can see. We are big country craft people, like primitive. We love our new table. We just purchased this about a month ago. I hope I'm back far enough that you guys can see it all, but we absolutely love that. But my husband is a big fisherman, and so our house this is our family room downstairs. This is our finished basement. And we got the coffee table first, and then we went and seen the table over there. So then we got that to match too. But our house down here, I'm trying to go slow, is like to do with fishing. He caught that fish that's on the wall. I thought he had another one. Oh, he has another one over here. He'll be mad if I don't show you guys. So he caught those fish. So that's the room to my door. But we have a walkout basement. So I'll just show you guys. I don't know if you can see that green pond over there. That's the lake. That's why we never go on that lake. We live on like the worst lake. The county that I live in, I think we have 104 lakes. And I have to live on the one that's the nastiest one. But this is what Indiana looks like today, guys. It's rainy, gloomy. I just got in from the grocery store. We have a fenced-in backyard because we have 6 dogs. We have 6 Yorkies. A tree fell over the summer and smashed our fence. We heard it from inside. I do want to show you guys this ironing board. This is probably like one of my favorite pieces that I have in my house. It reminds me of my grandma. I remember back in the day when everybody ironed. So, okay, we'll get on to the craft room. So this is when you walk into my room. I have my desk. This was somebody's kitchen table, and they sold it, and they were moving back to California, and it's a glass top. I think it came from IKEA. It just looks like an IKEA thing to me, but I'm not sure. And then I have my big calyx, and I'll go more detailed as I move along. I just want to kind of give you guys the rundown. You all know about my paper storage unit. I have all my stamps, and then I have non-Stampin' Up stuff up there. I moved my inks. I did a little bit of moving around last night because now that I do my weekly Facebook Lives, I wanted to do something that would make me be more organized. So my printer used to sit on this end, and now I moved it over here. So I kind of have more like office stuff here. And then I wanted to be a little bit further back away from you guys. I felt like I was so close when I would watch the replay back. So I moved my Mac computer in the corner. And then I had this one before I bought the Mac. So I just put it there. So that way when I am live, I don't have to bring my phone down, and I can just log on and be on Facebook on the big one. And with my poor eyesight, hopefully that will help me see your guys' comments. Now this is the table that I used to craft on. And it's just 2 shelving units, and then the piece of wood that's on the top of it, a laminate. That thing is very heavy. And if you guys remember from the other day, these 2 shelves here were stacked against that wall. And then what I have there, I had laying on its side, and that tabletop on top of it. So I just kind of moved that kind of stuff around. I added these little it's Christmas time, so I wanted to get in the mood. So I'm just going to leave them up all year, though, because they're for like a wedding or decorative or whatever. So I'll go ahead. This storage unit over here, I don't have completely organized, and I don't have a lot of room, but this is all of my non-Stampin' Up paper scrapbooking when I first started out. This is just some books that I read, and then I just have stuff thrown in here because, like I said, I just moved this around and I didn't have time to organize it before I did this. This is a cute little, I'll show you guys this though. This is a cute little scrapbook that I bought. There's my scrapbook that I made. But this is a cute little scrapbook that I bought many, many years ago, and it's not even been taken out of the box. I need to do something with that because it's so cute. But then I have bins over here. I have all my albums down here that I've done, my scrapbooking albums, things like that. But in all these bins, when I did my live classes, I would put, you know, displays and things like that. So that's what's in that bins. This is just like storage and candy containers, things like that. And then this is just like for decoration. This is when I make my wreaths. I have some of the mesh and the, can't think of the other name. And then this is material where I've made, hi Brianna. I've sewed little Hershey bar wraps. And then this is just more stuff of when I did my online classes. Or I'm sorry, my live classes. This is some storage things that I bought from Dollar Tree. And then there's some felt from when I had the daycare and we would make stuff with the kids. And then this is a wall unit thing that holds little like brads and things that I just have been lazy and never put back on the wall. Over here's more of the things that I use every day. So I have like my brayer in there and some sponges. This is my candy stash. Don't judge me. This is bubble wrap just because when I send the online classes, I might need bubble wrap. My hot glue gun. And then down here's more just storage stuff that I got from Dollar Tree. And then here's some pizza boxes, envelopes, just things like that that I have in there. Move this out of the way. And then down here I have more envelopes and the cello bags. Yay, candy, I know, but it's bad for you. This is leftover stuff too from when I had the daycare. And then my little garbage can. And over here is more scrapbook paper that is non-Stampin' Up scrapbook stuff. So let me move all of this back. And then we're over to the countertop area. This drawer, I keep my Simply scoreboard and envelope punch, all those kind of goody things. I keep right in there. Now, the next drawer that I'm going to open, don't think that I'm a hoarder, okay? But I knew I was going to start making the mini albums, and the place that I worked before where I have my job now, we ran magazines. That's what we did. We printed magazines, and they would do like the perfume inserts and different kinds of inserts, and they would put dividers in between them. Well, you guys, the dividers that they put in between them were like perfect size for the mini albums. Now, I've not used these yet for any of my mini albums because they're not really thick. They're not really that thick, but I think I can find a use for them. And that's not the only drawer I have that looks like that. So this stuff down here is like Velcro and foam adhesive spray, Mod Podge, paintbrushes, things like that. And then I'm going to show you, I probably shouldn't show you, but this is underneath my counter. Every one of those tubs, kind of zoom in on that one and see if you guys can see it, is decorations for when I made wreaths. And I simply don't have the time to make my wreaths anymore, so I'm thinking about maybe pulling these out and trying to sell them. Because I was cleaning out, and I actually cleaned back there last night, and it kind of made me think that I needed to get rid of them because I'm not using them, and I'm the type of person, if I'm not using it, I want to get rid of it because I feel like it's in my way. So now I was doing my lives right here on that counter. Now I'm going to do them right here in this area. And you can see I have my webcam, and then I have a light up there. I have a Cricut machine, and then all my cartridges are behind the Cricut machine on the shelf. And then I have an artistic cutting machine. I have never used that thing. I've tried to sell it locally. I bought it because I quilt, and you can cut out designs to make your quilts with. And that's another thing I'd like to get rid of because it's set on that shelf now for probably 2 years and I've never used it. So I got my markers. Oh my God, you guys, these things are amazing. And I want to show you the difference. So this is going to be one of my cards. This is going to be one of my cards for November for the free card packets. It's an easel card. I've never made one before. This one I used the, what are they called? The blending pens. Hold on, I always, watercolor pencils. That's what I used to color that, okay? This one, let's just do let me move a side by side. This is the watercolor pencils. This is the Stampin' Blends. How stinking cute is that? And how much better does that picture look than that one? So I'm going to have to redo it and make this easel card again, but I'm going to use this. Don't know if I'll still use Bermuda Bay. I might bring in the cherry cobbler for that, but I like to do different colors that you're not expecting. So there's the markers. These are the ones I didn't use. And then here are the ones I did use. And I will tell you guys, these, since I've been a demonstrator for almost 2 years now, these are the best of any of the markers or anything like that, coloring tools that they have. This is by far my best. So there's the little microphone that I use when I go live so you guys can hear me. And I just I will probably move it a little bit more this area, you know, so that way I can make sure you guys hear. And then there I just have like some office things, my calculator, envelope, scissors, pens, things like that. Up here I put, every month I put the cards when I do them. I cut them up so that way at the end of the month, all I have to do is grab them out of there and put them in packets. No, Christina, these are the first, I've got some Copics. Let me jump over here really quick. When I went to Florida in June, I bought these Copics. Those are the only ones I own. And I'll be honest with you, I've never even tried this, so I really can't compare. I want to do that later tonight, compare the two and see which ones I like. And if you guys noticed my clock, it's not almost 7 o'clock. It's almost 6. I'm lazy and we had to switch our clocks last night, and I haven't changed mine down here. So this is another card. I'll go ahead and give you guys a sneak peek. This is going to be one of the November free card packets. So this is going to be one of the cards. I'm going to try to maybe do a demonstration with this one on Wednesday, but I have another idea of something that I'm going to do, and I might make that be my demonstration on Wednesday. So up there, that's where I have all that stuff. And then that last bin right there is where I put like thank you cards and things like that I'm going to do up for the month. Up here is just non-Stampin' Up. I have creating keepsake magazines, just different things up there. You think about the Copic versus Stampin'. I will, Mary. I will let you know. I'm going to try them out tonight. And do the difference between the two and see what I think. But I mean, you guys can see that up close, how nice that looks. I was really impressed with doing the greenery and then the wood color, the brown. They didn't bleed. I'm very impressed. Okay, so this drawer is, I keep my like little sandwich bags. Before I started Stampin' Up! And I did craft shows, I had score tape that I ordered from Amazon. So that's what this is. I have my ATG gun in there. This is retired Stampin' Up! Stuff that I pulled out when I started making my other album. And I wanted to have a lot of variety. There's more cardboard. Don't judge me, people. I'm not a hoarder. I promise. I'm not a hoarder. Moving over here, this is where I keep my like adhesives. I've got foam strip in here, mini glue dots, Tombow, snail, Stampin' Ups, tear tape, and fast fuse. And I need to order another fast fuse. That's my last one. And then I keep my extra cutting blades in there, that kind of things. Christina says, I have some of the old blendabilities and like the new Stampin' Blends. Yeah, we all are hoarders. Christina says we all are hoarders. I agree. You can't be a hoarder if you're a crafter. You have to be a hoarder. Mary, I bet you end up getting them too, because I have been impressed with the other people that I see coloring with them. But like with the aqua painter and the watercolor pencils, I was too. And then I would try to do it and mine wouldn't look near as good as theirs. But with these, mine looks just as good as theirs. So I feel like they had more talent in using the other things than what I did. But now I feel like I'm going to be able to create the same things. So in this drawer, I have like some Stampin' Up, the bags, the postcards, paper pumpkin promotion things. I have some paper pumpkin bags. This is what I use to put my classes in, my card kits when people sign up for my classes. And then when I did my local classes, I used the bigger Stampin' Up bags to put everything in, just order blanks and things like that. I am going to be giving one of these away with a stamp set this week. Okay, that's the drawer I just ordered or opened. This is my mailing. So when I send out packages, I have my little envelopes. And then underneath here, I have the great big bubble ones. And then I have some of the other ones. Okay, so moving over here, my two beautiful grown men that were my babies at one time, but they're not anymore. Then on this wall, I keep all my punches. So that's all my punches. And then here's just a cute little tea light holder I got at IKEA. And then my son's girlfriend made this for me. I can't remember if it was my birthday or what it was, but I'm trying to move this stuff out. So you guys, so she made that for me and I just adore it. And as you can see, I've got goodies, chocolates, and suckers. So I keep it with candy. So that way when I'm down here, I can just munch whenever I want to. Okay. Now, my first drawer is kind of like my camera. I have my camera in here. I have a tripod. I have non-Stampin' Up stamps in here. These little hook things go on my shelf, my paper shelf over there. I have, this is stuff I used when I did the craft shows. So I have, you know, this helped hold stuff on the table. These flip pens. You know, these little things that you can write the price on, that kind of stuff. This drawer is for when I made my wreaths. So this is some of the wiring and different things that I would use for that process. This is the cards I make and I don't want to deal with them right away. I just throw them in that drawer and think I'll put them away later. This is kind of like another mailing. I keep my Stampin' Up mailing labels in there. My business cards, things like that. I'll get that so it'll close back. Then this is more bags, just solo bags and things like that I might need for packaging up some packages and classes. This is a project I started and haven't finished, so I needed a lot of file folders. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that and show you guys. This is my tool drawer. So I have my another outlet, an extension, hammer, screwdrivers, batteries, just, you know, random things like that. So it's kind of like my junk drawer. And then down here I just have pictures. So these things here are just cardboard covered with this paper. And you guys see that on my background sometimes. I'll show you over here. This is when you guys see my camera and it's like this and you think it's my tabletop. It's not. It's a piece of cardboard and it's just covered in that paper. And I got it from Amazon. You get a ton of it. Really, really cheap. So if you get something on it, you rip it, you can replace it. So these little containers I got from IKEA. So this little bin right here I use for my Big Shot platforms. I've got backup cutting plates in case mine break or whatever. My little brush thing, and then the first little cutting system that came. And then I put a hole in my, you guys see that? I put a hole in my magnetic platform, so I got a different one. I don't want to show you too much of that back one, but I'll show you really briefly. That's the current classes that I did, and when I do the videos, I just shove them in there until I can put them away. Because I don't want you guys to see them if you didn't take my class. That's not fair to the people that paid the money to take my class. So these are all my file folders that I have, so I just keep them in that little bin. And then back here in this bin, I have all of my dies. So I have my stitched shape framelits, the lots of labels, just all of them. And then I just kind of put what they are on the outside and then put them on the magnetic sheets like everybody does. And then, like I said, this is my punches, all of my punches I have. Then I have my Big Shot here. And then my ink thing used to be over where the printer is now. But I like it better here because right here is where I set when I'm starting to come up with designs. So I tried to make everything, you know, I've got all my embellishments over here, which I'll show you in a minute. Then my paper behind me, then my cutting behind me, and then my Big Shot right here. So I have, and my stamps. So I have everything within reach. So this is all my my stamps, and I need to shove them back in. They all got moved out from when I moved it over here yesterday. This is some of the embellishments. A lot of them are retired, and this is my little binding system if you want to make like little mini things. Hey, Kathleen. And then these are the stamps that are in the holiday catalog. I try not to mix them in with my current ones just so I know what's going on. So these are all the holiday framelits and stamp sets that I have. And then these are all of my stamps that I have. And I am so proud of myself. I organize them in alphabetical order. This is the first time I've ever done that, and it makes life so much easier. So I have my Stampin' trimmer, and then I have my Fiskars trimmer there. Up here, the top up there, that is everything that I used to make the mini album, the chipboard, and then I have some non-Stampin' Up paper up there as well. And then these two tubs, when I'm doing classes, this one's got my last one in it, the Pick a Pumpkin class. This one's empty. I don't like stuff that's just laying around, so I like to tuck it away, be able to put everything in something, and then just be like, you know, my craft room's kind of clean. Over on that table, a couple of weeks ago when I was working on the other mini album, it was a mess, and I'm telling you, it drove me insane. So there's more non-Stampin' Up paper. This is the paper I very first started out with when I started scrapbooking. I have a ribbon little organizer that's got some ribbon in it. You just pull the ribbon out like that. And then I have some of my pictures are in that back there. Up here, I have non-Stampin' Up. Hey, Paige. I have non-Stampin' Up stuff up there. And then I have cards in the tin that we got last year during celebration. I love this picture. It was taken in June when we went to Florida, me and my hubby. And then that one was taken about 5 years ago at Pigeon Forge when we went to the aquarium. So then I have more of the little tins up there with cards in them. And then on this side, when I was showing you guys those hooks earlier, that's what holds. You just pop them out and then pop them in. And this, of course, is all non-Stampin' Up stuff. But I have stickers. I mean, it goes all the way down to the floor. So I have stickers, embellishments, brads. I just have so much stuff, you guys. My husband yells at me all the time. This is when I went to On Stage, my very first On Stage in 2016, I think it was. Or 2016. And On Stage is next week, and I'm heartbroken because I'm not going to go. I switched jobs. Didn't know if I was going to have enough time earned to take the day off, and didn't want to get any points at any jobs. And my dad got sick, and we just had a lot going on, so I knew it was better for me to just cancel it. But I'm so sad now because everybody's posting how they're getting ready to go, and it makes me sad. So this is my IKEA rolling cart that I got, and I keep everything that I'm going to need. I keep my blocks right here, my dimensionals, glue dots, fast fuse, snail, my mini glue dots I keep right there, and then I keep my scissors, and this is my Stampin' Mist to clean my stamps, my fine tip glue. I have a little trash bin that's right there close beside me because my other trash can is way over here. So I just put small bits in there, and then at the end of the night I clean it up. And then I have like corner, the stapler, the mini stapler. I keep my diaper wipes, just glue, just everything like that. I know, Christina, I'm so sad. I wanted to go so bad. So this is my desk, and this is where I sit. So the top drawer over here is just kind of like office supplies and staples and things like that. And then the second one, I just have more junk, guys. Protective sheets in there, and for my laminator. And then I have like backup supplies in this drawer. And then down here I can't even get it open, but I have envelopes and file folders, so I need to get that organized. Then I have more stuff up here that's non-Stampin' Up that I used for my scrapbooking. And then I even have stuff over here. Hey, Paige, you're still on here. I want to show you this. This is my oldest son. He's 29 years old, and I'm a geek. But this was his very first job, and you can see his name's on there. And I just can't. He worked at Wendy's. I can still remember when he got his car from getting that first job. And this used to be his room. I'm going to get teary-eyed. This used to be his room. And his bed would be right there. I can remember it. And I just can't bring myself to get rid of his hat. I told him the other day, I was like, you're never going to believe what I have in my craft room. And I just keep it. I just keep moving it because I can't throw it away. I know. I love my kids so much. So this is my paper organizer. And what I do is, this is the 2017, 2019 in colors. And then I name them. Then I have my neutrals. And then they go all the way down. And then I have the 2016, 2018. Then I have my regals, and then they go down. And then the brights start up there. Oh, Brianna, let me tell you, if my room looks big, it's small. It's not a big room at all. And then I have the subtles, and then they go there. This is not Stampin' Up stuff, but this is stuff from my very early scrapbooking days, the stickers and things like that. I have foil sheets. I can't read what that says on that one down there. Glitter paper, I think. So this was my thought process, guys, with this thing was I labeled these, all of the brights, regals, neutrals, subtles, in colors. And then I bought these little protective sheets. Excuse me. And so I was going to, you know, put them all my bits in there, my scraps. So, you know, we're hoarders. We don't throw anything away. So here's one that I've already done, and it's Cherry Cobbler, and you can see the name, you know, I put it right there. I have gotten a few of these done. As you can see, there's just a handful. So I need to get this better organized. I have the extra ones right here. It's just finding the time to make up the labels for all of the ones that I don't have done. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I do. I take a large sandwich bag, and I just throw my extras in there, the big pieces, and then I just put them right there on top. How do you get to go to onstage event with Stampin' Up? I figure you have to be a demonstrator. Yes, Brianna, you do have to be a demonstrator to go. They offer them. The Stampin' Up events are amazing. The one right now that they're having next week is in Salt Lake City, and it's for the U.S. And then they'll do them internationally around the world, like to I think the South Pacific. I'm not sure all the regions that they do, but I had my plane ticket. I lost money on my plane ticket and everything. But they'll do it again in 6 months. So in April, I'm hoping that I can use that airplane ticket to go to one that's more local. So that's what they'll call a local event. And the Salt Lake City one is a local event, and you have to be a demonstrator to go. So if you want to sign up underneath me, Brianna, let me know. I'll hook you up. And don't forget that celebration is starting in January, I think it is. And they always do a great promotion in January if you want to sign up. So I'm not sure, Brianna, where you live. I'm in Indiana. So what they'll do next week at OnStage is they will announce where the one in 6 months are going to be. And they'll just be scattered throughout the U.S. Last year, the closest one to me was going to be, I want to say Minneapolis was the one I'd planned on going to, and then I didn't end up going. There is a registration fee, and you have to pay for your hotel and things like that. But it's a fun event. You get to, the people that are going next week, if I would have went, I would have gotten the Occasions catalog. You get to pre-order out of that Occasions catalog before anybody else. The people that are going next week will get to order out of that before I get to order out of it, because I didn't attend. That's one of the perks going. They always give you a free gift. Next year in November will be their 30th anniversary. And oh yeah, Christina, we are going to go to Orlando. I am not missing that for anything. God forbid nothing bad happens in my family. The 30th, they will gift us with so many neat gifts that I just think that we're going to be floored. I'm going to let me show you. This is what we got when I went in 2016. It's kind of dirty, but they'll give you a bag, some kind of swag bag. They'll give you free stamp sets in that, and then they do price patrol. So you come back with so much stuff. It's amazing. Okay, we'll get back to the tour. So I bought these at Stampin Storage, and they come unpainted. They're just wood, unfinished, and I spray painted them white. And I keep like my specialty paper in here. I have more glitter paper that I couldn't fit on the other one. Christmas paper, the little 6x6 papers. And then down here, I have like my metallic ribbon, just things that kind of you don't really have a place for. So my linen thread, and then I keep my pearls back there, the gems, and then this little bin is like seasonal stuff. So I have like Halloween. I know, Mary, we need to figure out how close. Maybe we could meet for lunch. I would so love that. Okay, so this drawer is all, when I take my framelits out of the little thing that Stampin' Up sends them to us in, I keep these in case I want to sell the stamp sets later. And then I just have, you know, some storage little buckets again. Dollar Tree is my favorite place. Down here is Paper Pumpkin and project kits. These are all retired stuff. 2 hours, that's not bad, Mary. Maybe we could meet in the middle. And then here I have more. I buy these like for my embossing powder. These are a little bit small, though, I will be honest and tell you that. These are just a tad bit small for the embossing powder. But these little spoons I got at Dollar Tree are the bomb. I mean, they fit so well in my, I'll show you here when I get down to my cabinet, but they fit perfect. And then I just have more, you know, storage little things. I might try to put my markers in these. And then I have more of the Stampin' Up where you can order. These aren't in the catalog anymore, you guys. They messed up and didn't print them. But you can still order these. Let me show you. So they come in a pack of 4. So you can still order those. They are available to order. And if anybody needs any and you don't have the item number, just let me know and I will help you out with figuring that all out. Let me put all that in there. And then down here I had the organizer that you could get from Stampin' Up for your ink pads. That's it, just folded down. I don't use it anymore. And then I have an extra little cup from IKEA. And then that's what my Stampin' Right markers came in. And then this one, I got this great idea from my husband. He's, like I said, a fisherman. So I bought these and labeled them. And this is what I keep my sponges in. I just staple the color. This one is Cajun Craze. So I just staple that onto the sponge. And I have the Regals, the Brights, the Subtles, and then the Neutrals. And I need to get all them organized because you'll see here in just a minute I have another bucket that's full. Do you have the 3 sizes of the cases? I'm just trying to grasp the sizes and how much they will fit. No, I only have like the size that the stamps, the photopolymer and clear mount. And then the first box that I pulled out is the size that the wood mount stamps come in. So then I just now recently organized my baker's twine and ribbon and things like that into color categories. So this drawer is my neutrals. Let me stand up because I was down on my knees. This drawer is my brights. I think that's what that says. Yep, brights. So I have my ribbon and I keep whatever little embellishments in there. And then this one I want to say is Regals. Yep. So I have all my little things in there, and the little bins I just got from Dollar Tree. And then these are my brights. It just makes it easier when I go to get stuff. These are my in colors, and I have them organized by 2016 and this current catalog's in colors. So that's those. This is all my old classes. And I have pre-cut or free card packets too. You guys might remember this one. I loved this card class. But this is, I just keep them because I have pre-cuts in here that I can pull out. And then I have, look at all these cards I've made, guys. These are just different cards, free card packets. I loved that one. That was the class I was just telling you about. This was one of my favorite cards. Yeah, so I just keep those. Oh, I don't know if I ever showed you guys. This was the Christmas card I made last year for my family members. That was the dryer sheet technique. And then this one up here, I keep extra, this is when I did my online classes. So I have some, or not online, I keep saying online, my local. So I have a few retired punches in here if you see those, but I would take these little, these cute little jars and set them on the table, and they would have bone folders in them. They would have snips in there. I have extra snips that I would put in there. Here's the bone folders that I would use. Pens, you know, I just try to have everybody ready. And then I would use these little clips and I would clip them on the table. This holds the card. And then they would have the picture of the card. And then that very first bin that I opened and showed you guys that had like the picture frames, I would have a printed out instruction for them to follow. So this is some of the Christmas stuff that I made last year. This is the Ghirardelli treat holder from the class I did back in June. But this is stuff I did last year at Christmas. And I wanted to keep them because I knew this year, you know, I'd want to revisit some of those and make them again. And then this one has all of my embossing stuff. So it's got my heat tool and my embossing powders and things like that. I keep my camera. It goes to this plug right here. I keep it up here to keep it charged. And then my TV, it's kind of overkill for my room, but we got a new one upstairs and didn't want to get rid of it. So I will show you down here then in this final drawer. This is where I keep all of my embossing powders that are in. These are the perfect size. This will, can you guys see that in there? That little spoon is laying perfectly in there. Let me turn it and see. That one's got like the tab on it. But there it is. The spoon just lays perfect. I used that last night on one of the cards. And then these are the sponges that, how I stored my sponges when I first started. I need to take them out and put them in the organizer that I showed you earlier. So this is like what I just created for my little mailing station for the weekly giveaway. So that way I can remember to take those to the post office. And then I just have like information up there. And then over here, this is where like, this album that I was working on, this bin I pulled out last night, and I just put everything in there because like I said, I want to have everything out of my way, so I just pulled that out to put everything in there. And of course I couldn't put the paper in there because I don't want it to get smashed. So that's the paper that I was using. It's not Stampin' Up. And then this is stuff that I brought down that I found in my bedroom from last year when we went to see A Christmas Story, our ticket, and the little thing that goes with it that I want to make sure that I keep for scrapbooking. So that's it, guys. That is those bins up there, I will tell you, are full of cards. The top one, the little brown one up there, that's got pictures in it, but the rest of them are full of cards. And these cards are, I'm on Team Stamp It, is the name of the Stamp It group that I signed up under. I signed up under Tammy White. And so they're really good about sending people birthday cards and get well cards. And so that's from all my teammates from a few years ago for my birthday. So I wanted to hang them up. I made that little banner. I bought the stuff last year when I was, or this year when I was in Florida, in Destin, and made that when I got back home. Okay, guys, do you have any questions for me? Because I think, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I forgot one. This is all non-Stampin' Up stuff too. So this is more like scrapbooking, flowers, things that I'll use like if I do make another mini album that's non-Stampin' Up. This is all this stuff. So this is what I bought for that other mini album that I'm working on. But like I said, you guys, you know, I wanted to bring you guys, be able to share it with you guys and let you guys purchase it. I've had a couple people that signed up for that, for the mini album class, and I really appreciate that they did that. It's nice to know that people like what you put out and want to make one themselves. So I'm going to hang around just a minute. You're welcome, Christina. Thank you guys for joining me. Sometimes I feel like, oh, who cares what I do and what I have and how I organize. Nobody wants to know. So it's nice to know that people do. So let me flip you guys. Okay, does anybody have any questions before I go? I just got home from the grocery store. I'm hungry. You know how that affects you. You get hungry when you go to the grocery store. So, what about the large, Brianna wants to know about the large alphabet and dies. What do you need to know about those, dear? Let me know and I'll see if I can answer your question for you. There's kind of like a delay on my end, so let's wait and see what she has to say. I do have them, if that's what you want to know. I've got this one. Let me flip it around. Oh, how well do they fit in that case? Okay, I will tell you. Let me grab them. Large numbers. They fit. It took 2. The numbers fit. You can see right there. The numbers are all on them. And this is just the small, the skinny size case, Brianna. Okay. Now yes, it's this one. I wanted to make sure. I don't know. I might have to lay my phone down. I don't want to make you guys sick, but okay. I about dropped my phone. So the alphabet one, as you can see, did not fit on one sheet. And when I opened it up, they all popped off. I want to say I have 3 of them, that they're on 3 sheets, but they do fit, as you can see. They may not fit that great. I just used these not very long ago, and I was careless. You know, when I first put them on there, I made sure that I had them spaced and everything was going okay, but now I just have them laying on there. But I have 3 sheets of these, and they all fit. This is the thicker one, though. This is the one that's for the wood mount. Hey, Denise. Okay, what do you want me to show? Brianna's saying, can you show them? I'm not sure what she wants me to show. Am I showing what you want me to show? So there is the stamp set for them. So you get 3 sheets of the letters, or the numbers, I'm sorry. And then I just organized mine. And then I just lay them, just like I'm doing right now to get ready to put them back. I just lay them right on top of one another. Try to put them back in the order that they go in. And then I just take the stamps and lay them right on top. And it closes right up. Okay, good, Brianna. I wanted to make sure that I showed you. And then, like I said, this is the numbers. And it's in the skinnier one. But this is, usually if my stamp sets come with framelits, I try to put them right in the case that the stamps go in. I'm trying to think of another one. My favorite stamp in the whole wide world. Coffee Cafe. There is my stamp set. And there are the framelits. And usually, you're welcome, Brianna. And usually all of them I can get to fit on one. Some of them it's kind of tricky. You have to, just kind of like with this one, you kind of have to maneuver and put, you know, nest things inside of each other. But I like it that way, so that way if I pull out a stamp set, right there, boom, I have the framelits. I know that the framelits go with it. And how I learned this lesson, you guys, I'm kind of embarrassed. But last year I made a card with the vintage leaves stamp set and fussy cut the leaves out. And then realized after I made them that, oh my gosh, they came with framelits, you dork. Okay, I was going to try to show you guys, and I don't see any. These magnetic sheets, you can order them, and you can order thicker ones through, I think it's Stampin Storage is where I got mine. And I do have some of the thicker ones. I'll show you. They're cardboard on the back. Let me flip it around again. I keep forgetting you guys or what direction I have you in. Let me flip it. Okay. So this one is cardboard, and it is more sturdy. I'm not going to lie. You can see this is my layering squares. So you can see it's nice and it's thick. This one is a lot flimsier. But this is just a magnetic sheet that they sell at like Lowe's that you can put over your heat vents. And those, I forget how many I get, but I get a lot out of those when you cut them down. And they are a lot cheaper. So I guess it's, you know, your finances is over how durable you want them to be. I don't, you know, rough mine up that much. So I'm good to use the cheap ones. I have both. So whichever ones. Does anybody want to see anything else or have any more questions for me before I go? I'm going to hang around just a few more minutes to see if anybody has any more comments or any more questions before I go. And don't forget to join me Wednesday at 1:30 for my next Facebook Live. And I'll have another great demonstration and a lot more stuff we're going to go over on Wednesday. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off. And thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I like doing it, and I like sharing my life and sharing Stampin' Up! With everybody. So, you're welcome, Mary. Thank you guys so much for joining me. See you on Wednesday. Oh, who's the cute kid in the back? Paige. I was, you know, as I was standing here, I was like, I hope that they're noticing those cute little handsome boys in the background. Hi, Stephanie. You are so welcome. Paige is joking with me. She is dating my oldest son, which is on the bottom. And so she knows who that is. She knows that that's my baby. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. See you Wednesday.